Thank you very much, Ralph, for joining us. Obviously, we are unpacking what has happened within the Democratic Alliance. Essentially, I guess they have gagged Zille, especially from Twitter, on party and any other national issues, and also they have removed her from party structures, the federal executive, the federal council, and the provincial council. Is this enough given the damage that they were facing as a party?
Well, I think that people are not going to accept that as a sufficient sanction given her transgressions where she tried to defend colonialism. Actually, I have never seen a sanction such as this, because what people are going to ask is, if you think that Zille has actually transgressed to a point where she has to be removed from party structures, why are you leaving her as a premier of the Western Cape? Are you actually saying that the moral grounding of the DA as a party is much higher than that of the country, because she's going to continue to serve as the premier of the Western Cape? And I think the DA will have to explain to people what is the logic of actually saying that Zille is not good for the party, but she's good for the country, because that is exactly what they're saying. They're leaving her in a key position. As South Africans, I don't think people really care what position Zille occupies within her own party. Whether federal this, federal that, is up to them to decide on that. But people do care about someone who is in government, who happens to be the premier of the Western Cape, who still harbor ideas that colonialism was not all bad. That is where I think the DA need to respond.
DA insiders have called this a political settlement. Is it a settlement because Helen Zille still commands a lot of power within the party and Mmusi Maimane emerged weaker?
It is indeed a settlement, because if you looked at what has happened since her initial tweet, is that Zille has been very aggressive and has demonstrated actually that she has not turned the corner, or maybe she still believes in those ideas that she initially put forward in the tweet. And the apology that has come forth, it looks like something that was written for her to go out there and read, given what she has been doing, what she has been saying so far, and also the consistency as well. I mean, the manner in which the DA seeks to expedite this, it's more like they want to go the half-half. Mr. Maimane wants to be seen as acting against Zille, who happens to be a very senior member of the party.
Does it indicate that Zille is still more powerful than Maimane in the party?
She's still very powerful, and beyond that, it also shows that Zille also sees Maimane as a protégé, because she does not want to allow Mr. Maimane space to act. She's actually pushing him to the corner, to a point where Maimane has to settle out of this. As they say, it is a settlement, it is a concession that has been made to keep Zille within the party, while at the same time not coming up with a meaningful sanction, removing her, I mean keeping her in government, but removing her from the party.
And this is a party that has built itself as one that holds others to account.
Exactly. They get on this crusade of accountability. They always talk about internal processes of other political parties, but they themselves fail to expedite this thing in a fair, consistent manner, because perhaps someone said to them it is too risky to get rid of Helen Zille because of the support that she brings from within the party. Maybe the DA need to think very deeply. Those kind of support that are willing to support Zille for that kind of a position, are they worth keeping within the DA? They need to ask themselves that question.